Hello, and on the gaming table today, we're just taking a quick look at some painted orcs I did. Now, these are Mezgike's figures. I talked about them in another video, and I printed these ones off at 80% scale and then just painted them up quick style. So here you can see the 5 I've done up so far. I'm putting together a bit of a skirmish force for a game that we'll talk about later on. But here I just thought I'd take a quick look through and talk about what I liked about these figures while I was painting them. Now, one thing you'll notice as we have a bit of a close-up look at the figures here is there is a kind of a print error. It looks like a mold line through some parts of the figures. That's actually because the power got cut off while the print run was going, and I just continued the print run after the power came back on again, and that resulted in a bit of a line through there. But it doesn't show up too much on the figures. They still look pretty good. One thing I liked about them, as I mentioned earlier, is just that they print really easily. They're all supported, and even printing at 80%, I had no problems at all with any of the parts here. So that was a joy just to get them done nice and easily off the printer. And the thing I really like about these figures is the character in these ones. So these are the Freebooters, one of the sets of orcs that has a bit of a theme. They're kind of piratey, and they do look pretty cool here with things like eye patches and scars and patches and all sorts of piratey sort of stuff going on. And so I really like that about the figures. As I was painting them up, it was quite fun painting them because of these character features. Now, as you've noticed looking at them already, you would say I'm not the greatest painter in the world. They're a fairly basic paint job. It's pretty much just a slap chop style. But that works pretty well on these kinds of figures. The definition that's there is good, and so you can do that kind of basic technique, and they come up quite nicely. You could also do them with kind of washes and dry brushes as well, and I'm sure it would look great. And honestly, the other thing I enjoyed about these figures is that while they've got character, there's not too much detail here. There's not too many lines and creases and little bits and pieces that you have to worry about painting. They're fairly standard sort of figures, and they work really, really well. If you're going to paint a lot of these, it's not going to be too hard because there's not going to be tons of details that you're going to have to get into on them. They look good from a distance, they look good on the table, and so yeah, all round I think these are really nice figures, and I really enjoyed painting them up. But anyway, all that said, this is just my opinion. You've got to make your own decisions, you've got to make your own choices, but this is just what I thought about these figures. I quite like them, and I'm going to be doing more of them soon. I'm on an overseas trip at the moment, but as soon as I get back, I'm going to print out some more and keep painting through and get ready for the little project that I'm working on. Anyway, I hope you found that a little bit interesting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.